everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm Kristen, and this is episode 125. It is Wednesday afternoon, December 3rd, 2014, and if you live in the United States, I hope everyone had a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. And I want to apologize also from the bottom of my heart because last week I only wished the East Coast a happy Thanksgiving. Talk about a mega brain fart. I don't know where that came from, and Laura from A Dyer's Notebook called me out on it, but for some reason, I only wish the East Coast a happy Thanksgiving. No, I meant the entire United States. I hope you all had a wonderful happy Thanksgiving. Even if you don't live in the United States, if you live people around the world, I hope you all got to spend time with friends, family, and just gorge yourself on all the food. So, that said, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. So that said, I have a huge show for you guys this week, 2 pages worth of show notes to give you an idea. So I will keep things flowing if I can. But first up, I have a couple of housekeeping notes to talk about. First up, what the heck is going on in the background? The background keeps changing every time. I know, I get it. So let me explain. Long story short, if you're not familiar, a couple weeks ago, I quit my day job to take my yarn dyeing business full time. Yay, awesome, right? But little did we know that my business space would be overlapping with my personal space at home because, yes, I dye for my home. And so me and Dennis came to the realization that we need more space, essentially. So we've been keeping an eye out for another apartment that's bigger. We've been on the prowl for one, but in the meantime, we're trying to make what we do have work for us since we don't know when we're going to move or if we're going to move. We're just trying to readjust our living spaces. And so Dana suggested that I take the living room. And I think it probably the best idea ever because I can spread out and just keep all my stuff, even my stash, in one room. So it's not kind of strewn, not that I throw my yarn across the apartment. No, it was just there were bits and pieces of my business everywhere across the apartment, and this actually works better because I have a place to store my things, like my crazy monkey bow winder and reskeiner, I should say, and my ready to go yarn in cubby holes and my yarn fortress. It's all in one space, which is awesome. So right now this is working out amazingly. So yeah, and now I have an interesting background, not just a blank wall or my messy desk behind me. So yay. And yeah, I have a table for my microphone, finally. So yeah, that's that. And then the other thing I want to talk about is show scheduling. I think it's awesome that I've been publishing an episode every week on a regular basis. That was one huge goal of mine once I went full time. But now, because I'm just trying to rearrange my workflow, just to find a schedule that works better for me, a weekly schedule that works better for me for my business. Shop updates will still happen on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's not changing, but I've also gotten into the habit of uploading podcasts on Fridays. So just to kind of like spread things out and make my life a little easier, I'm going to start uploading shows on Wednesday by end of day. And that would be like 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So check your time zoning for that. But yes, from now on, every Wednesday at end of day, there will be a new episode of YarnGasm for you guys. So yay, I hope that works for you. Because it's going to work for me. I don't know. And, but other than that, I think that's it for housekeeping notes. So let's talk about the knit along, which I am super excited about. You guys, every time I check the Ravelry thread, I am reduced to a giant puddle of awe. You guys are so excited about this knit along, and it's great. I love it. Just kind of like the classic Musnets KAL. You guys, you're knitting awesome ornaments. I can't get enough of them. So keep them coming. The knit along is going on until the drawing. I think I said December 19th is when I'm going to be doing the drawing. I believe it's going to be the last week in December before Christmas. So mark your calendars. It would be that Wednesday when I record. So definitely mark your calendars because I'm going to be doing the drawing. And I have some prize giveaways. So far I have 3. One is going to be a free skein from me from Voolenvine yarns, which I will talk about in another segment. But so far we have let me see. We have Marsha from One Geek to Craft Them All. She generously donated some holiday stitch markers, which I will post here. And they're super adorable. Thank you so much, Marsha. And Catherine from Sunshine Yarn Fun is generously donating a project bag. So, yay! Thank you guys. And likewise, if you would like to donate a giveaway prize for the knit along, PM me on Ravelry and let's chat. So, yeah, there's that. And then, but yes, if you are posting your ornaments to Instagram, please use hashtag Ornamental KAL, which I will post right here, like magic, because I'm awesome like that. So, but yeah, so there's that, and I think that is pretty much it for. Okay, so yeah, I will hold off on talking about dyer collaborations until the end of the episode, because I have my collaboration that I did with Laura from Jinx Yarns of the Dyer's Notebook. She's also the host of the Dyer's Notebook podcast. And then me, Laura again, and Ellie from FO1 Dye. We did another dye-along collaboration or experiment, so to speak. So stay tuned if you're interested. Stay tuned until the end of the episode to see how that turned out. So in the meantime, I want to talk about what's off the needles, because I've got some stuff that's off the needles, and guess what? It's not all socks. So first up off the needles is, as I've been working on, is my beeswax hat. And here it is. It's done. It is done. And this is, I keep blanking on her name. It's Amy Vander Lars. It's Amy Vander Lars, I think, is the designer. I will correct myself in the show notes. But yeah, the yarn is, again, my Voolenvine yarns in my DK, my Magpie DK weight in the Moondrop colorway. So if I can get that to sparkle, it's very subtle, the sparkle, but it's fine merino, silk, and stellina. So, but yeah, it's like a very pale purple, very tonal too. But yeah, it kept going. Like, it wasn't like a super potato chip knit for me, but every day I just kind of plowed through like maybe like 5 rows or whatever. I watched Once Upon a Time, or was talking to somebody on the phone, and I just put little by little a dent in it, and yeah, it just pretty much just like knit itself up. It has some cabling, but very simple. So if you're new to cabling, it's a lot easier than it looks, and I will try it on for you guys. I have to block it still, but I have a feeling it's gonna, as you know, like, I love slouchy hats, so I think after I block it, it's gonna be more slouchy than this. Not by much, but just have a little bit of a drape, but there you can see. And I love the top of it. How awesome is that? Yeah. So it still has to be blocked, but I'm smitten with it. I love this hat. This is my new go-to hat when, because as you know, I've been wearing the same hat for like 3 years now. So it was time for a new hat, and now I have one. Yay! So there's that. Also off the needles, well, now I have some hose, and clearly those are socks. So I finished my Holly Jolly socks. This is out of my Lush Base, my merino nylon cashmere fingering, in my Holly Jolly colorway, which clearly is a holiday colorway. So yeah, there's one, and I love, it's not a self-striping, but it's kind of like an accidental kind of flashy self-striping. So if you're knitting socks, it's gonna have this kind of mock stripe effect to it. And when you're knitting, this is my go-to sock recipe with a reinforced heel turn, plain vanilla sock. My favorite sock pattern that I published recently, it's going to have like this flashing when you turn the heel. So I guess unless you're doing a afterthought heel, it's going to have this. So maybe next time, if I knit this up again, or a similar, if I use a similar dye technique on another colorway, I'll try an afterthought heel and see how that turns out. But yay, I'm so excited. One more to go. The other thing it's off the needles. I just have to tidy up a few areas on it. But what did I do? This is my White Birch Fiber Arts sock that I knit out of Does This Rainbow Make My Black Look Big is the colorway. And it's self-striping. But it's done. And I'm actually I just have to tidy up that little hole right there. I don't know what happened there, but it just ended up being a little bit of a gap when I picked, because I'm fairly new to Afterthought heels. Not that they're tough or anything like that. But yeah, when it comes to picking up those, the spare yarn or the scrap yarn, I still need to be a little bit more meticulous when I pick those up. But, you know, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And I really love the way these turned out. These are so happy and, you know, yeah, I love them. So I don't know if I made the heel. I actually have not tried these on yet, but I don't know if I made the heel too deep. I don't know. I knit maybe like 4 or 5 after I picked up the scrap yarn stitches or the reserved stitches. I knit maybe 4 or 5 rows before I started decreasing for the heel. Decreasing right there. So I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. So I don't know. I have to try them on. But yeah, these were just a plain cuff down Afterthought heel sock. No pattern. I don't know, like I improvised it or something, or just recalled my memory from the last time I knit a pair of Afterthought heel socks. So, yeah, nothing more to say on that. So, but yay, I have hose and I have hose and foes. Win. The other thing that's off the needles from the Ornamental Long, as you know, I've been knitting a plethora of Birds of Happiness. This is a new one actually that I knit up. I showed you the ones from last week, but this is out of some bonus hobbledehoy. No, this is a mystery bat that I spun up, and I think I showed it to you guys last time, but I didn't know what to do with it. So I'm like, oh, let me see if it knits up to be a Bird of Happiness. But it wasn't enough, so... And I'm talking about the middle piece, this awesome punchy pink colorway with the glitter in it. And it turned out to be an awesome little pink bird. And this is all my hand spun. So this is that mystery bat, and then this is from that lavender pink bat from Spun Right Round. So it ended up to be like a really cute little bird ornament. So there's one. And then the other one that I'm super excited about, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it already, but my seahorse. This makes me so happy, you guys. He has pink little, or she, I don't know, he or she has pink eyes, and the yarn is Jinx Yarns on her Golden Saucer colorway, on her glitz base, so it kind of sparkles in light. And then this is also like some scrap. It's got a little fluff there. The fin is made out of another yarn. I'm actually wearing the socks that I knitted out of, but some leftover Jinx yarn in the same base, her glitz. But I'm blanking on the colorway name, but it's like this really cool aquamarine colorway. But yeah, it's going on my tree, and I'm knitting a bunch more. They do take, I would say, like twice as long to knit. Maybe like twice 2.25 times as long to knit than a Bird of Happiness, but they're so worth it. I knit another one, but then I gave it to my niece at Thanksgiving. I showed it to her. I'm like, you want this? And she's like, yeah. She couldn't get enough of it. She loved it. So yay, seahorses. I think I'm going to try and knit an octopus next, or a jellyfish. Ellie promised me a jellyfish ornament pattern, so I'm waiting on that, Ellie, if you're watching. Anyway, so yay, ornaments. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't even point this out. I put up my tree. You can't see it because it's behind my big head. That's my little tree over there. So, I don't know if I can go this way. It's really tiny. I wish I had a bigger tree. My dream tree would be like a white Christmas tree with pink lights. I don't know why. But yeah, again, we don't have the space, so we're making do with this tiny little guy right here. I put that up yesterday, and I don't know if you can see, like, right... This ornament right there, that's from Kim of Craft Stash. She gave that to me last Christmas. It's like a hand-knit little sweater. And then right up here is a mitten that she also knit. So, yeah, I've got some hand knits on there, which I'm super excited about. What else? So I covered Okay. Yeah. I think I covered all my hoes and foes. Let's go on to spinning. I do have some spinning to show you. I did spin up another spun right round fiber bump, which is right here. And it's in a tangle, of course. Note yourself, no more Indian for lunch. Indian food. But yes, this is, I soaked it. It's a very high twist. I don't even know the fiber. It's a mystery fiber, but it feels like Corriedale. Corriedale or Polworth. I think it's Polworth. It feels like Polworth. It's soft and really plumps up after you soak it. I don't know if you can see that. I spun this on my Lendrum. And of course it's going to be another bird of happiness for the holidays. I'm giving them most of them away for gifts because all them birds of happiness are not going to fit onto my tiny little tree over there. But yeah. So this is like a really cool colorway. It's going to be awesome bird of happiness. The other spinning, I broke into my Nunoko, which I purchased a long time ago. I forgot, I'm only into one of the bats. They're like these giant snail bats, I want to say, or they're really pretty. Anyway, let me see if I can get the fiber. Here we go. So this is the fiber unrolled. It comes all rolled up, but yeah, this is a really big bat with it's merino and tussa silk, and then there's bits of brown noil in there. I'm not sure what noil is, but it's almost like sari silk. You know, when you get those bits of sari silk in your fiber. And it's this beautiful, like, bright seafoam green with, like, hints of lavender in there. And, yeah, I had to be mine. So, I'm spinning it up on my Lendrum, which is here. Sorry. And it's spinning up beautifully. I could see this being a really awesome, like, tweed pair of mittens, or if I can get that to focus, that'd be great. Is that even focusing? No. There we go. But this could be a really cool pair of mittens or gloves. It's 4 ounces. And it's spinning up. Like I love the way it's spinning up. It feels so good. Like when I'm drafting it, it just kind of like flows through my fingers, and which is really surprising for superwash merino. Did I say it was superwash merino? Let me fact check, y'all. Here we go. Okay, it's textured spinning bats, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, merino wool, tussa silk, and noil. And the colorway is called speckled egg, which is not surprising because it does look like a blue robin's egg. Yeah, that's pretty much all the spinning that I have going on. But now let's talk stash enhancements. I did a little bit of damage on Black Friday. Well, no, this was after Black Friday because I totally jumped on it. And I'm blaming Dana Doodle Knits. You know who you are. But like she was the first person to kind of enable me to jump on Aaron Make Stuff, his drop spindles. And it just came today before I recorded podcasting, so I did not open it yet. So let's open it together, shall we? Because it's still in its glorious wrapping. But yes, this is part of my Black Friday, even though it wasn't on sale or anything. Treat to myself. Because, you know, treat yourself. Again, like you do. So I'm just going to open it now. I apologize for the ruffling. It's like Christmas, before Christmas. I'm in a loopy mood today, guys. So. But wait, there's more wrapping. Okay, this is a little crazy. But anyway. So exciting. Are you guys excited? Because I'm super excited. I love getting things in the mail that have to do with knitting and spinning. Yay! Okay. Oh gosh. Alright, here we go. Guys, it's awesome. It's so cool. Okay. Here we go. And oh my gosh, the colors are totally me. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's purple, very light pink or peach, metallic purple, silver pencils embedded in purple glitter. I love this. I love this. Um, it's yeah, colored pencils. The shaft is walnut, and the weight is 1.10 ounces. A little heavy for my taste, but I had to have it. I had to have it, you guys. It's awesome. So yeah, 9 inches long, and the whorl is 2 inches. So there's that. I'm super excited about this. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I have an errands make stuff whorl. Yay. Drop spindle, I should say. But yay. So that's my enabling for this week. So yeah, I've actually never done that before, like open something that I haven't looked at before on the show. So this is a first, guys. But yay, I'm gonna have fun with this later. This is awesome. So cool. Okay, so now that I'm done drooling for now, I'll drool later. Anyway, okay. Let's get back to, let me see, I covered spinning. And now I'm going to talk about Because You Asked. And I'm still wearing my hat, but, you know, it's a knitting show. It's my knitting show, and I can keep wearing a hat if I want to, so. Okay, Because You Asked, from Minty from Finland. Which do you enjoy more, spinning with a spinning wheel or with a drop spindle? It's kind of like a more than two-part, three-part question. So, which do I prefer spinning with? It depends. It really depends. I love spinning with my spinning wheel because it's faster, naturally, and I feel like the yarn that I produce is more consistent. Whereas the drop spindling is more pleasure spinning. Well, not that they're both pleasure spinning for me, but like if I'm on the go, or I just feel like spinning like a bump of fiber just for the hell of it, then I use a drop spindle. That's like pure spontaneous spinning pleasure. And the next part of her question is, let's see, what if you wanted to spin a shawl's worth of yarn, let's say 400 yards or so? How long would it take? With a drop spindle, or would it be insane? Well, I've never spun 400 yards worth of fiber on a drop spindle, but I imagine if I were, I would, versus I would spin 400 yards versus a sweater's worth of yarn on a drop spindle. I don't know. There are people that do it, but for me personally, as I said, like I just prefer spinning like bumps of fiber on a drop spindle. But I would not be opposed to spinning a shawl's worth of yarn on a drop spindle. So it is doable. Maybe I should challenge myself to do that. Maybe that should be a spin along that we do on the podcast. Spin a shawl's worth or 400 yards worth of yarn on a drop spindle. Spin along. Who's down for that? Let me know. So yeah, it is doable, and I think more like if you can't wrap your brain around spinning a whole sweater's worth quantity, which could be like thousands of yards, you know, I think a shawl's quantity of yarn is more attainable or feasible, or appropriate, if you will. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. If you want to do a spin along for a shawl's worth of yarn using a drop spindle, let me know. I will create a thread or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. But yes, I think that's an awesome idea for a spin along. So the next part of her question, this is a couple parter, if you will. Let me see. She says, I just love how shawls out of hand spun yarn looks like, but maybe that's too much to spin with a drop spindle. But yes, okay. The next question is, what's the traditional food you eat during the holidays in the U.S.? What do you have in the Christmas table or on the Christmas table? Is it turkey? Is it what you also eat during Thanksgiving? Do you have any favorites? Well, okay, Thanksgiving obviously is the turkey. It's all about the turkey, the cranberry sauce, the yams, the mashed potatoes, the cranberry sauce. It's a lot of food. For Christmas, it's I don't know. I've always wondered that. Like, what's the traditional Christmas main dish? I mean, it's usually been a toss up between turkey or ham, but I think because Thanksgiving just happened in my family, people are kind of like, nah, we're kind of tired of turkey. Let's do ham. I'm not a vegetarian, so I'm all for like bring on the meat, whatever. Um, but yeah, usually for Christmas, the ham. We get more mashed potatoes, I guess. That's usually a repeat. And yeah, it's never cookies. I think it's more about dessert. You know, we got the eggnog. The eggnog is always a must for Thanksgiving. Um, as for desserts, my grandmother used to make these awesome chocolate chip cookies, which I now make. And she made these German cookies called Spritzgebacken, which are pretty much butter cookies dipped in chocolate. I tried making them last year, but for some reason they didn't pan out as well. But yeah, usually it's all about the dessert. There's minced pie my grandfather used to eat. I've never tried it actually, but I just heard that he wanted it every Christmas. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's there's no real like hardcore set meal for Christmas in you know in my family, I guess. My aunt always makes if I'm just recalling from memory, my aunt always makes these awesome carrots. They're like glazed carrots. I don't know what she does to them. Maybe like a little bit of cornstarch, butter. They just come out so shiny and delicious, and the carrots just like literally melt in your mouth. But yeah, that's what we do here, in my neck of the woods. um, I don't know. Let me know. I will start a thread in the Ravelry group. Let me know what you guys do for enjoy for having for Christmas dinner or Hanukkah dinner or holiday dinner in general. Like, what are your favorite dishes? Share them. Yay! I'd love to know. So yay! Thank you, Minty. I believe it's Minty from Finland for all those questions. Wow, that's a lot of talking. So I feel like this is, again, it's a long episode and I'm getting a little loopy. So let's move on to shop update stuff. So if you're not interested, I will see you next week on Wednesday. And if you are, yeah, I've got stuff to talk about. So stay tuned. Shop update stuff. Okay, first I want to talk about dire collaborations that I've been working on. So first up, I want to talk about the collaboration that I did with Laura of Jinx Yarns, who is also, as I mentioned, the host of the Dyer's Notebook podcast. So Laura had the idea that we each dye 12 skeins of yarn and then mail each other the 12 skeins. So Laura sent me 12 skeins that she dyed, and I sent Laura 12 skeins that I dyed, and then we would take those skeins and put our own spin on it or our own interpretation over whatever they dyed or whatever she dyed. And so she already, if you're not familiar with the podcast, definitely check it out because she talks about her technique that she did to overdye the yarn that I sent her. So definitely check that out. And of course, I'm going to show photos here, so stay tuned for that. But first, I want to show you what she sent me. This was the original skein. She sent me 12 of these, which is this awesome teal aquamarine blue shade. This is awesome. It's, as I said that before. It has like just this blue, green, yellow tonal shade with like flecks of blue and dark gray, some undyed parts. It's really, really cool. I was really hesitant to actually put any more dye on this, but hey, it was a collaboration and I had to put my own spin on it. So, and this is my interpretation or the work that I did on it. So yeah, obviously I had to put some purple on it because I just love the way that the purple interacted with the teal. It almost created like this separate like purple rainbow effect in there. So but yeah, this was super fun. The colorway is called Jinxenvine and Laura called hers Voolenjinx. So we had fun creating those names, if you will. We got super creative with that. But yeah, so as I mentioned or did not mention yet, these will be limited edition colorways in both of our respective shops. So Laura will be selling 10 of these limited edition, not the colorway that she dyed, in her shop, and I will be selling 10 limited editions of these skeins in my shop. So there is a slight, like about $1.50 markup, only because Laura and I had to ship yarn to each other, so we kind of factored in, so we weren't like losing on a profit or anything like that. Business tech stuff, I don't know, business math, what have you. We kind of factored in the shipping costs and stuff like that, so it's a slight limit, well, like limited edition markup. So, but just $1.50. So, yeah, but it's limited edition, so if you're interested, nab it while you can. This will be going up in my shop this Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yay! I'm very excited about it. Let's close up. So yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's going to pretty much knit up the same way that my Holly Jolly knit up, with these like flashing kind of faux striping, like a faux striping effect, if you will. I think that's how this is going to knit up, so if you're curious. But other than that, yeah, so we dyed up 12, but only 10 are going in our shop because Laura and I kept 2 for each other. So she's sending me a skein, and she's going to keep a skein, and then I'm sending her a skein, and then I'm going to keep this skein is mine. So the rest of them, the other 10 skeins, are going to go in the shop. So yay, that was super fun. Thanks to Laura. Yeah, hopefully we'll do another one soon. I don't know, but yeah, this was really fun. The other collaboration that I did was again with Laura, and then again with Ellie from the FO and Die podcast, who also has an Etsy shop. She hosts FO and Die with her with Dave. So, and Dave posed the challenge to me, Ellie, and Laura that we pick a theme and put our own spin on that. So he posted a thread where viewers could post their suggestions for themes for us to die for, if you will. And the theme was seven wonders of the natural world. So at first I think like Dave may have mentioned several wonders of the modern world at first, but it was actually 7 wonders of the natural world. And because my brain is type B, I of course went along with 7 wonders of the modern world, whereas the theme was supposed to be 7 wonders of the natural world. I don't know why my brain works like this. Go figure. But anyway, Ellie went with the Great Barrier Reef, which turned out lovely. And Laura went with Mount Everest, which also turned out amazing. And I went with the Taj Mahal. Yay. So, not that there's anything, it's still a wonder. It's still a wonder, and I'll show you in a second, but the way in which, the topic in which I dyed it, how do I describe that? Anyway, I'll show you in a second. But anyway, this is my interpretation of the Taj Mahal, because I saw a photo of it where apparently, which is a natural occurrence, during specific times of day, the Taj Mahal appears to change color because of the atmosphere. So at night, or at sundown, it turns pink. So I saw this one photo and I was like, I have to dye that. I have to dye it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So this is my version of the Taj Mahal at sundown when it turns pink. So you can see it has like purples, magentas, and then some browns. I wanted to reskin it, but then I'm like, no, I kind of like the way it looks. I love the way it looks like this. So I'll see if I can post a photo of it here, just to show you the comparison. But it is a natural occurrence when you think about it, So I think it still qualifies. I don't know. There were no winners in this. It was just kind of to see how different our interpretations of, or like where we would take or what we would dye from the 7 wonders. So, yay. But we are going to be doing a similar dye along. I think Gourmet Stash is going to join in the next one, and I forget who else, but yeah, it's going to be bigger, better, and even more fun. So stay tuned for that. And this, by the way, is going to be a giveaway for the Ornamental Long. So if I draw your name, one lucky winner will win this lovely skein of Taj Mahal. And it is a one-of-a-kind colorway. I'm not dyeing this up anymore. Not that I don't love it. It's beautiful, but I don't know. I don't see it as being a regular. Unless there's a demand for it, I will, let me know. Keep me in the loop, guys. Let me know what you think. So, but yes, as for now, this is a one-of-a-kind. So, yay. Wow, that was a long episode. And I still have more to talk about. So I'm just going to give you a quick preview of what's going to be in the shop, or what has been in the shop this past week, because I did update on Monday because of the holiday. Instead of Friday, I updated this past Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, this past Monday, I came up with a new colorway called Angry Orchard, which is this awesome yellowy peach color. And it has green, kind of like apple green speckles in there. It's very subtle, but this is on my Lush base. I also have it on Merino Nylon Cashmere DK. So there's that. And then this one is Blue Velvet. I dyed this up a long time ago, but for some reason I didn't make it a regular. I don't know. I think I have a new take on it, but this is on my Blitz base. I also have it on Lush Merino Nylon Cashmere, but there you go. It's very tonal. It has like lavender. It almost has like hints of lavender in it, but yeah. This one, okay, Fairy Hair on Magpie DK, which is the same yarn base. It's the same yarn base as my hat, but only in Fairy Hair, which is the colorway that I am super excited about. It shows up very faint on this base for some reason. I think it's the silk. Silk doesn't like absorbing as much dye as other fibers do, so colorways always come out a little bit lighter and pastel-y on silk bases. Again, this is super fine merino, not washable, a blend of fine merino, silk, and stellina, so very luxurious. But here again is Fairy Hair on my worsted base, which is 100% superwash merino. There's that, and then I dyed it off on my Smitten DK again. I got obsessed with dyeing this. I don't know why. It was just so fun to dye up that I dyed it across all my bases. Yeah. And this is, again, 100%, I'm sorry, 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, and 10% cashmere. So, squish, squish. What else? And of course I had to dye it up on Blitz because fairies without glitter, it just doesn't happen. So yeah, you can see a little bit of sparkle there. Yeah. So there's that, and then I had another colorway, but they sold out. But yeah, they were really fun. It was like a green, what was it? Phantom Fathom was like this shaded tonal light sea glass green, which was really pretty. Anyway, there'll be more in the shop next week. Oh, wait, no. I have this colorway. I knew there was something else, which is, it's like a gunmetal purple almost, with like hints of magenta. I have to reskein this actually, because it's a little messy, but anyway, it's really cool. And this is on my Lush base, of course. And I have it. Hang on Blitz as well, so you can see the glitter in there. I haven't named it yet, obviously, so which is why I didn't name it at all. And then here's a one-of-a-kind colorway that kind of happened by accident. Definitely not going to be regular, but I kind of like the effect that it had. It's like this green pink, like kind of foresty colorway. Can have a lot of fun with that. These would be an awesome pair of socks. Has like lime in there. I don't know. It's really cool. I would not make this a regular. Only because I put so many layers on here that it's just not conducive to like dye it all the time. But I have like 2 skeins of this. So that's going to be one of a kind. But yeah, you'll notice that I have a new, like, not one of a kind colorway category in my shop now. Now I have a Misfits category, which is joined together by the one of a kind, but Misfits are colorways that I dye up regularly, but for some reason they either turn out too light, too dark, so I label them as Misfits because they're not the normal colorway, but they're still perfectly awesome to knit with. You may like it darker, you may like it lighter, so yeah, definitely check that section out. Other than that, I think that is it for shop updates. But Blather, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Thanksgiving was awesome. As I mentioned, Dennis and I drove down to his brother's place, where him and his wife hosted Thanksgiving. We have our niece and our nephew who were super cute. We got to see our in-laws. This year was Dennis's side of the family's turn, for us to go visit for Thanksgiving. We kind of alternate between my family and his every year. And then after that, we actually crashed in. Where was it? They're like on the cusp of Pennsylvania and Philly, so I can't really say if it was Pennsylvania. Anyway, we crashed nearby there, and the next day before we went back to their house for lunch to eat their leftovers, because why not? And then we were going to take advantage of some Black Friday things, but it was madness. So I'm just like, no, let's not. But we did stop at IKEA, and if you want to know a great time to go shopping at IKEA when it's a ghost town, Black Friday. Black Friday is the best time to shop at IKEA. They don't have crazy sales, but I will tell you, nobody's shopping there. It's a pleasure. You just glide right through. We didn't buy anything amazingly, but there were no lines or anything. We bought some basic things, but again, no sales. They don't do that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I baked a pumpkin cheesecake pie. I'm not big into sweets, so to speak. But this is my first pumpkin cheesecake pie that I baked, and it had a ginger snap crust, and it turned out amazing. I actually went to the grocery store looking for ginger snaps, and they only had one brand, and it happened to be the fancy brand, organic, triple ginger. It was really good. It was good. So the crust was worth every penny. So yeah, I made it. Everyone loved it. Yay. And that's it. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is a seriously long episode. I know I keep saying that, but yeah. I wanted to mention the Yarn Club. I have to announce the Yarn Club. The tribe has spoken, and basically we've decided on, because you all seem to be on board, I'm going to be doing the Vampire Romance Yarn Club. Yay! So I'm taking signups now until January 1st. So that said, there are going to be 20 slots just for sanity's sake, because I know last time I did 25, it got to be a little too much for me to handle. Maybe that's because I was juggling a full-time job, but I'm going to start at a sane level, which 20 sign up, a 20 person sign up limit. So this will be a 3-month yarn club in which every month through January, February, and March you will receive one skein of yarn, which is inspired by vampire couples in movies. So I haven't decided which couples those are, but please, I will create a thread in the Ravelry group like I do. Let me know your favorite vampire couples. And I'm talking about, obviously, Bella and Edward from Twilight, Stefan, Damon, and Elena from Vampire Diaries. That could go so many ways. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. Who else? Oh, and The Only Lovers Left Alive with Adam and Eve. So yeah, I'm leaving so many out, but let me know. Post your favorites in the thread. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing how that pans out. That should be very fun and exciting, because the Art Nouveau Yarn Club went so well. That was a lot of fun to die up. But yes, I'm only allowing 20 people to sign up this time, so jump on it while you can. So yeah, that said, okay. I know it seems like Christmas vampires. It's very dark. But that's me. I like vampires, so, and I know you guys do too. So let me know. Yay! Okay. That said, I think I'm gonna wrap things up finally. But yeah, until next week, I will see you next time, and happy knitting. Bye.